Alright, so basically, because of the law of conservation of matter, everything moves through nature in cycles. We're going to focus specifically on the water cycle here, and then you guys are all going to make your own cycles after that. Okay, so here we go. The law of conservation. What does it mean? Matter cannot. Yeah, we'll fix this. We'll put a apostrophe and a T. Matter can't be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Let this be a lesson to you. Proofread your work. So matter can't be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. What does that mean? It means that in an ecosystem, all of the atoms which are at one end, well, they don't go away. They're always there. So it will cycle around the environment. Now, this can be done locally, but can also happen globally. For example, the nitrogen cycle tends to be relatively local, whereas the water cycle, or hydrological cycle, is fairly, it's not quite, it can be global, it is global, but it can also just, be sort of very large areas, not just one ecosystem. But you'll see what I'm saying in a minute. Alright, so the hydrological cycle, or the water cycle, you're better than that, you'll call it the hydrological cycle. Okay, so, we've got a pen. Basically, it goes around in a big circle. Okay, so we've got the ocean. The ocean evaporates. Then the clouds move over this way. They rain, or snow, precipitation. Precipitation occurs. Now, some of this water will go down into the land surface water. In fact, that's where it all starts. It runs off. But then it does what we call percolation, which is where it goes through the rocks into the groundwater. Okay, this can also rise back up. All right, so some of this water will percolate, some will evaporate, and some will run off back into the ocean. Some will be used in plants. Plants have what we call evapotranspiration, which is where the water is evaporated up into the atmosphere through the leaves. So we have land evaporation. So basically what we see is no water is created. It evaporates up. Some of that will come back down, but a lot of it will go across and precipitate down. Then it'll run down, always downhill. Some will percolate, some will go off into the ocean, some will evaporate there. So that's our water cycle. In other words, we don't create water, we don't destroy water, we just use it. We borrow it for a little while, then it goes back into the ground, or it evaporates up and it goes into the oceans and becomes clouds again, then drops down again, and around and around and around. That's the water cycle, or the hydrological cycle. All right.